Buy to Let in Nottingham, a detailed investor's guide. Right, let's get real about Buy to Let in Nottingham. If you're thinking of diving into property investment here, or you're just curious what the buzz is all about, strap in. This city's got layers. I'm talking about student demand, regeneration gold mines, high rental yields, and yes, the odd curveball you didn't see coming. So, why Nottingham? Let me paint you a picture. It's a city with two major unis. Hello? University of Nottingham and Nottingham Trent. A buzzing city center, strong job growth, biotech, digital, retail, you name it. And a bloody good tram system. Tenants? They're queuing up. One of my clients, Ellie, picked up a Victorian terrace in Lenton in early 2022. 3 beds, a decent garden, a little rough around the edges. She paid $182K, spent about $12K sprucing it up. Now she rents it out to postgrads for $1,450 PM. That's over 7% yield, and it's rarely empty. The letting agents can't keep up with demand in that area. Let's talk areas. And don't worry, I'll throw in the good, the bad, and the Lenton, classic Studentville. High yields. Tenants lined up at your door, but noisy. And don't even get me started on bins left out for days. Beeston, near the uni, tram access, a bit more upmarket. Ideal for young professionals and academics. I had a young couple from Derby buy a 2-bed here, convert the loft, and boom, rented to a couple of PhD students within 2 weeks. West Bridgford. Now we're talking family homes, longer tenancies, a more leafy vibe, lower yields, but less tenant churn. You sleep better at night. St. Anne's or the Meadows, more affordable, bit hit or miss, street by street. But I've had investors bag absolute bargains here and ride the wave of city center overspill. Sneaton, Regeneration Central. In 2015, people wouldn't go near it. Now, it's got cafes with boat milk flat whites and art galleries. Rents are rising fast. But wait, is now even a good time to buy? Here's the tea. Interest rates are up. Yep, not ideal. But property prices in the Midlands, they're holding steady. Not booming like 2020-21, but not crashing either. In fact, if you're a cash buyer or can stomach a higher mortgage for a bit, you might find some sellers open to negotiation. I've seen a few go 10 to 15% below asking this year already. Tenants, though? Oh, they're everywhere. Rental demand is crazy. I had one listing in March, 2-bed flat, Nottingham City Center, go live at 10 a.m. By 6 p.m., 15 viewings booked. I kid you not. A little side note, compliance. This isn't 2005. The red tape's real. EPC ratings, you'll need a C by 2028. HMO licensing, if you're going down that road. Landlord registration, tenancy deposit protection, right to rent checks. It's a minefield if you don't keep up. Pro tip, get a solid letting agent. Or at least someone who knows the Nottingham City Council's quirks. Yes, they have plenty. What about buy-to-let mortgages? Lenders are picky these days. You'll need a decent deposit, 25% minimum for the good deals. And the stress testing is no joke. I spoke to a broker last week who said, tell your clients, unless the rent's at least 125% of the mortgage at a 5.5% rate, it's a no-go. Harsh? Maybe. Realistic? Definitely. Wanna go HMO? Nottingham's got an Article 4 directive in place across much of the city. Translation? You need planning permission to turn a single dwelling into a house of multiple occupation, 3+ tenants. So don't assume you can just buy a 4-bed and stuff it with students. Check the maps, always. I once had a client buy in the Arboretum thinking he could do just that. Still cash flowing. Okay, let's wrap this up with a few quick-fire tips. Do your street-level research. One road can be gold. The next, a tenant horror show. Factor in voids and maintenance. That boiler will go, probably in winter, on Christmas Eve. Think long-term. Capital growth in Nottingham's been solid historically. Not London level, but steady. Network with local agents. We're your inside scoop. And yes, sometimes we know about deals before they hit Rightmove. One last thing. Don't let the card market noise scare you off. If someone had told me in 2019 that I'd still be securing 6 to 8% yields in a major UK city in 2025, I'd have laughed. But here we are, and Nottingham, it's still full of surprises.